Hello, everyone. This is Hannah, and today I just want to talk. I want to talk about traveling, not like giving advice, not like teaching, just talking. The way I would talk if I had a microphone in my room and nobody was listening, but I still wanted to speak. Like those moments when your mind is full and you just want to let the words flow. So, yeah, today's topic is traveling, and I'm just going to share everything that comes to my mind, from the moment a trip even enters my thoughts, all the way to the last moment when I return home. When I think about traveling, the very first thing that comes to my mind is that strange excitement you feel even before anything begins. Like, sometimes I don't even have a ticket, I don't even know where I'm going, but the idea itself starts living in my head. And suddenly, I feel lighter. I feel like something new is waiting for me, even though nothing has happened yet. It's funny, the journey starts before the journey actually starts. It begins in your imagination, maybe in the middle of a boring day, or when you're drinking tea or scrolling through photos. Suddenly you think, what if I go somewhere? And that what if turns into a feeling, and that feeling grows. Then I start imagining airports. I don't know why, but airports are always the first picture in my mind. Maybe because airports are like the gates between your old day and the new day. They feel like transitions, and I always imagine myself walking through the terminal, feeling the suitcase behind me, hearing people talking, announcements echoing, rolling wheels on the floor, and that distant sound of some kid crying, because there is always one. Before even planning anything, I sometimes open maps on my phone and just zoom in and zoom out on random countries. I imagine myself walking there, even if I've never been. I imagine cities I don't know, streets I've never seen, food I haven't tasted. It's like traveling without moving. But then the real process starts. The moment I decide that, yes, I'm really going, something changes in my daily routine. Suddenly, everything feels purposeful. I start thinking about dates, about packing, about how long I'll stay, about what I want to see. Not because I want a perfect plan, but because my mind starts organizing itself automatically. Even washing clothes suddenly feels like preparation. Buying toothpaste feels like preparation. Everything becomes part of the travel countdown. Then comes one of my favorite feelings, the night before the trip. That night has its own special atmosphere. I never sleep well before traveling, not because I'm scared or stressed, but because my brain simply refuses to calm down. It keeps replaying thoughts like, did you pack everything? And did you charge your phone? And what if you forget something? But even with that restless energy, I enjoy it. I like that nervous excitement. It makes me feel alive. I usually pack my suitcase slowly. I sit on the floor, open it, and start placing things one by one. Sometimes I fold clothes neatly, sometimes I throw them in like chaos, but somehow it ends up looking okay. I always pack snacks. Even if I convince myself not to, I still end up doing it. Because I know myself, hunger doesn't care if you're traveling or not. After everything is ready, I put the suitcase near the door. Then I go to bed and just lie there, staring at the ceiling, thinking about the morning. I set at least 3 alarms. Not because I need them, I always wake up before them, but having multiple alarms just feels safer. Morning comes too fast. I wake up immediately because my brain is already active. I stretch, sit on the bed for a moment, and take a deep breath. The room feels different on travel mornings. The silence feels deeper. Even brushing teeth feels different. And when I put on my clothes, I feel like I'm putting on my travel version. Comfortable, simple, ready. Before leaving the house, I check everything again. Passport, ticket, wallet, phone, charger, headphones. I touch every item like a ritual, even if I checked them 10 minutes ago. I shake my suitcase to make sure it's really closed, and then, finally, I step outside. Stepping outside is the real beginning. The air feels fresher than on normal days. Even the street looks different. Maybe it's psychological, maybe not. But travel mornings always have a special light. I don't know how to describe it. It just feels like the world knows that I'm going somewhere. When I arrive at the airport, the energy hits me immediately. Airports have this weird mix of chaos and calm. People rushing, people waiting, people sitting on the floor, people drinking coffee like it's their lifeline. I join that flow. I look around. I observe faces. I listen to sounds. It's like entering a small city that never sleeps. Check-in is always the same dance. Stand in line, move slowly, suddenly move fast, then stand again. When it's my turn, I give my passport, smile politely, pretend everything is normal, even though inside I'm excited. When they hand the boarding pass back to me, I feel something like a tiny victory, a confirmation. Yes, you're actually going. Then comes security check. I always feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though I'm not. I take off shoes, put my bag on the belt, walk through the scanner, and hope nothing beeps. It's always a small relief when it doesn't. After that, I enter the terminal. That's my favorite part. The moment the glass doors open and you step into the world of shops, restaurants, screens, lights, it feels like freedom. I don't go shopping, but I like walking around, looking at perfumes I'll never buy, chocolates I don't need, souvenirs that all look the same. I like watching people, families, solo travelers, couples, businessmen, everyone living their own little story. Sometimes I sit near a window and watch planes outside. They look huge and quiet, like sleeping animals waiting to wake up. I imagine all the places they will go. It's beautiful in a strange way. While waiting for boarding, time slows down. I check my phone, look at the gate number, take a sip from a drink, then look at the clock again, even though only 1 minute passed. But I don't mind. It's part of the journey. Boarding starts, people jump up even when their group hasn't been called yet. I wait calmly. Then I walk through the tunnel and step into the plane. That moment always gives me chills. The sound of the engines, the tight space, the smell of airplane air, everything feels like a real beginning. I find my seat, put my bag above or under the seat, sit down, buckle up, and breathe. And then I wait for takeoff. The moment the plane starts moving, I always feel that tiny jump inside my chest. It's like a mix of excitement and a little nervousness. And then slowly, the plane lifts off the ground. The buildings below shrink, the roads become thin lines, the trees look like green patches. I love looking out of the window at this moment. Clouds appear closer than ever, white and fluffy. Sometimes they even look like mountains or waves frozen in the sky. I usually take out my headphones again. I put on calm music, something instrumental or soft pop, and just watch the world change below. It's fascinating how fast the landscape moves, but the plane moves faster. Towns, rivers, fields, and roads pass like a painting being slowly unrolled. I always try to notice small details. A small red roof, a winding river, a field with patterns, a tiny car moving on a road. It makes me feel connected, like I'm part of something bigger. Flying gives me a sense of pause too. While traveling in a plane, I sometimes just close my eyes and imagine what life looks like in other cities. People in offices, kids in school, someone drinking coffee, someone reading a book in a park. I imagine streets, smells, sounds, even small mistakes people make. It's strange, but this imagining is a part of my travel joy. During the flight, I also like little routines. I drink water, eat a small snack, sometimes read a book, sometimes just stare out the window. And sometimes I think about where I will go first when I land. For me, the first walk outside a plane in a new city is always magical. The air smells different, the sounds are new, the light feels strange in the best way. When the plane finally lands, the excitement grows. I wait for my turn to get out, slowly stand up, stretch my legs, and pick up my bag. The first step outside the airplane feels like a new life. Even if I've traveled before, every city has its own rhythm, its own smell, its own energy. Walking through the airport, I observe everything. People in a hurry, families laughing, business travelers typing on laptops. Some look tired, some look excited. I always like trying to guess where they are going, who they are, what story they have. It's fun, like watching a silent movie made of real people. Once I reach the arrival area, I breathe in. Airports are strange. They are busy, yet calm at the same time. Announcements echo in the background. Luggage wheels roll across the floor. There is coffee smell, perfume smell, sometimes food smell. I usually take a moment to stand still, look around, and just feel it. After that, I find my taxi, bus, or train. The journey from the airport to the city is usually my first real experience of the place. I look out of the window and notice everything. Small houses, streets, trees, traffic lights, people walking. I sometimes imagine living here just for one day. How it would feel to eat breakfast here, to walk the streets alone, to hear children laughing. Arriving in the city itself is like stepping into a movie. I like walking slowly in my first hours. I notice the streets, the buildings, the small cafes, signs in another language, colors on walls. I take a few photos, but not too many. I want to experience the moment, not just capture it. I like smelling the air, feeling the wind, noticing the light falling on buildings. The first cafe I visit in a new city is always special. I like ordering something simple, like coffee or tea, maybe a small pastry. Then I sit by the window and watch people pass. Families, couples, students, street vendors. Sometimes I make up little stories about them in my head. What are they thinking? Where are they going? Did they just meet, or are they leaving each other? All these small details make the city feel alive. After relaxing a bit, I usually start walking more. Markets, parks, main streets, side streets, everything. I observe details, tiles on the ground, patterns on walls, graffiti, benches, street lamps. I notice small animals too. Cats sleeping in corners, birds hopping, dogs playing with children. Even trash cans, bicycles, and shop windows tell stories in a city I've never seen before. When I travel, I also like little food experiments. I don't need fancy restaurants. Small local foods, street food, or bakery treats are more exciting. I take a bite, chew slowly, taste carefully. Sometimes I like sitting in a small cafe, finishing the food, watching people pass, listening to the sounds of the city. Cars, conversations, bicycles, music from shops. These moments make traveling richer than any sightseeing map. After lunch, I like to continue walking through the city. The streets feel calmer in the afternoon, the sunlight softer and shadows longer. I notice small details I might have missed before. Colorful walls, little shop signs, tiny cafes, and people moving slowly. Sometimes I stop at a park, sit on a bench, and watch children playing, dogs running, or couples walking quietly. I take small moments to breathe, feel the city, and just observe. Markets are full of life, too. Vendors call out, people bargain, and colors mix together. Fruits, flowers, clothes, and handmade items. I sometimes buy a tiny souvenir or just watch quietly, noticing gestures and expressions. Every small detail makes the city feel alive. As evening approaches, the city changes. Lights turn on, shop windows glow, and the streets feel warmer and peaceful. I enjoy walking slowly, maybe stopping at a cafe for tea or juice, sitting by the window and watching people move. The quiet rhythm of the city at this time is always magical. And now it's time to end today's travel story. Thank you so much for listening and spending this time with me. I hope you felt like you were walking beside me, noticing the streets, parks, cafes, and people. Your company made sharing my day even more special. Goodbye, everyone. Have a peaceful evening, and I hope to see you next time on the new video.